What is that one fact you know that always makes people respond? And why the fuck do you know that? You have to slap a chicken at 3,725.95 miles per hour or 1,665.65 m/s to fully cook it. It's really hard to pull these calculations off, and it depends on the starting temperature, but I think slapping a chicken at that velocity would leave the surface of the chicken destroyed to a crisp and the rest in pieces relatively uncooked. Therefore, I recommend instead of one really big slap, a lot of slower slaps, in order to let it cook through and not be annihilated. Too late, but here it goes. Don't ever bury a dead body in an area without any vegetation. The high nitrogen content in our bodies helps plant to grow, and there will be a weird grassy patch at the top of burial site and anyone would be able to spot it. So that's why the neighbor's lawns look so much better than mine. Wombats have cubed poop, squared poop. I like how this implies that non-wombat poop comes in the form of infinitely thin lines. Tarantulas taste like shrimp. I told this once to a random stranger because they brought up how they didn't like shrimp. They immediately hounded me about how I knew this. No, I never ate a tarantula. I read a Reddit comment that said it once then regurgitated it as fact and they challenged me and I looked like a fucking dweeb. Now I know why. It's cause they're both arthropods. You hear me, random Uber passenger I picked up 2 months ago. Arthropods, woodlice, Acaralipolis, are crustaceans like lobsters, but don't taste like lobster. Instead they taste like strong urine. Edit. To everyone asking, I learned this by reading about woodlice, not by experience. Bee testicles explode when they finish, and they die. Finish living with a bang. Can bees do anything without dying afterward? Bees only die when stinging humans. Our skin is too thick, but if they sting another insect they don't RIP off their stingers. Edit. It's mammals in general, but apparently it's only honeybees that this affects. The more you know. A human tooth has 36 calories. I'm hungry. Clenches jaws. MMM. 1152 calories. And you can disembowel yourself if you lift weights that are too heavy. Happened to my high school gym teacher. Said he's never felt anything quite like shitting out your intestines. At some point in the future, you're gonna try to squat 300 pounds at the gym, and it's too much, and you're gonna blow out your sphincter bro, in front of all these gym dudes. The paramedics have to cut your pants off, and it looks like you're casing sausage out of your butt. Just don't do it. Lift. Do you know the process one must go through to re-embowel yourself? Close your mouth, plug your nose, and try to breathe in super hard. Opossums eat ticks. Like we eat potato chips, they'll hoover up 5,000 ticks a week and never get Lyme disease themselves. And they don't get rabies, and are North America's only marsupial. Edit. I misspoke in saying that opossums can't get rabies. It is possible for them, but rare, less common than in other mammals. Thank you everyone for sharing sources and correcting my slip up. Science is always helping people learn and improve. Also be sure to thank your local opossum gang for snacking on all of those pests nobody likes. A bear fought in the Polish army in WWII. The cub was discovered by Polish prisoners in the mountains of Iran. They taught him how to puff and swallow cigarettes. Even taught him how, learned how to turn on communal showers, pick up recruits, and carried empty ammunition crates on the front lines. He also loved wrestling with the soldiers. If you're a woman revolted by the smell of your guy's gym bag, but find yourself sometimes aroused by it, that's when you're ovulating. I told this to my girlfriend, and she said I guess I've never ovulated. Just learned a new term for scrotum. If you plan on using a baseball bat as a weapon, put a long sock over the end. When someone tries to grab the bat you can rip it away with ease, and continue with a baseball beatdown. The first 1080p video on YouTube was the Muppets singing Bohemian Rhapsody. It exists, and I watched it, start to finish. I'm not sure if that helped make my life complete or not, but it's done. My favorite part is the way they censor the darkest lyrics to make the video kid friendly. Spoiler, Animal sings those lines, so the whole mama, I just killed a man verse becomes mama, 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 mama. Owls have tube-shaped eyes rather than spherical ones. This makes it difficult to move the eyes in their sockets, but is counteracted by the ability to rotate their heads 270 degrees in either direction. If you move the feathers out of the way of their ear holes, you can see the back of those eye tubes. What the frick? That you cannot burn toddlers alive in The Sims 4, even if you make a building full of fire and put 7 toddlers in the burning building for hours. Thanks for this, won't bother wasting my time now. Rat poison is actually an anticoagulant mixed with stuff like fiberglass. Because rats are always scraping and squeezing into stuff, they build up these minor injuries. The anticoagulant stops their blood from clotting properly, and they internally hemorrhage to death. Since a human being is a lot bigger than a rat poison is much less effective on us. It's so much less effective, they have turned it into an anticoagulant that just so happens to be one of the most popular medications, commonly prescribed as Calmedin, Gentodin and warfarin, minus the fiberglass, probably. Chuck E. Cheese's full name is Charles Entertainment Cheese. Elon Musk's full name is Elongated Muskrat. Vin Diesel's full name is Vinegard Dieselberg. Dear people watching, do you have similar stories? Leave them down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. It will help me out a lot. Here's a meme to calm down the mood a bit. Nobody. Gaming laptop after running a game for 2 minutes.